on a Be Kind to Myself theme. I am focusing on small wins at the moment to reassure myself that things are going well and that I am winning this battle in small baby steps. My first win that I want to celebrate is the fact that I've parked in the CRESCENT at town. Now the city centre in Invercargill is not that big, but I haven't been able to walk from the CRESCENT where you can get free parking to the shops and back at all, because even that short distance was too far. But today I managed to walk from the far end of the CRESCENT to the shopping area, into 2 shops and back again. The drama that is wearing shoes when you have an orthotic and an artificial foot. I have a wardrobe of shoes I'm going to have to throw out or donate or something because I can't wear them. This shoe I can't wear because there's not enough space inside the shoe for my foot and the orthotic, and when I put it in, it lifts me up so much at the back the shoe slips off. So that has to go. And these, well, it used to be my favourite shoes, and I can't get these on either, because once again there's not enough space in the toe for the orthotic and my foot. Now that is before we even talk about whether the prosthetic foot will go in there, which I'm not sure it even would. These laces are fake and it's just a zip, and I don't think there's enough give in the shoe at the ankle, so they're going to have to go. So this is the problem that I've been having. I spent a whole day looking for shoes in Dunedin and failed, and had various degrees of success with the shop assistants as well when I explained the problems that I had. There was one shop where I thought I'd got there, but they didn't have my size, or because that's the extra problem. I am a size 9, and that is not a standard shoe size here in New Zealand, so they usually only men's. But this shop had unisex shoes, but I had to pay for the shoe for them to get it in to try. Didn't seem right, so I didn't. So I tackled Invercargill today for shoes, and I went to shoe shops that I knew were high-end, that were expensive. There's no point going to the cheap shops when you've got this many problems. So I went to H&J's and I found a friend in there that worked in the shoe department. I didn't even know that. Now, we tried a whole bundle of British makes, Echo shoes, which I've tried before. They're really good and really comfy, but they only didn't have any shoe type ones. They only had trainers, and I'm trying to get away from trainers because they're the only shoes I've got at the moment that I can wear. And I was interested in boots, and they had Doc Martens, and I couldn't get a Doc Marten in my size. They had bigger or smaller, but she was very helpful. She told me to go around the corner to another shop called True Grit and said that they would have Doc Martens. So I went into True Grit, and the girl, I said, I'm looking for Doc Marten boots. Do you have them? Yes, we do. She asked me to be more specific. Now, I start up front. I've got an orthotic in one shoe, gives me a problem with the height. Got an artificial left foot, gives me a problem with the flexibility of the shoe. She went straight to the shelf and suggested one of the particular types of boots that was lace up, that you can open right up at the front, and it had soft leather rather than hard leather. So I said, yeah, okay, we'll give this a go. Bingo, it was the only pair I needed to try on, and I could get both the feet in them. And she also suggested I went to a local shoe place because they pre-stretch shoes, so they can stretch the right foot because it's quite rigid, you know, new shoes, that sort of thing. And she was fabulous. She asked me, did I need a different chair to sit on? There's a little tiny low stool. She didn't make too much of a big deal of it. She just dealt with everything really fabulously, and it was like there wasn't even a problem. And I thought, and there had been a massive problem in all the other shoe shops. So high five to that lovely girl in True Grit in Invercargill. She was amazing. If you have any type of disability that relates to feet and you're looking for shoes, you need to go in there because she was just fabulous. So I came away with a pair of DMs. First time I've ever owned them, which is hilarious considering I used to live in the town in England where they were made. So that was my second win today, that I managed to find something other than trainers that go on my feet. So I'm a proud owner of a pair of Doc Martens. Now I've tried them on both feet. They are a little tight here, but the leather will give and I can get them pre-stretched. So I'm pretty sure that that will be okay over time. She said this is perfectly normal for people that first put them on. And the left foot opens wide enough. I can open the laces wide enough to actually get the prosthetic foot in the shoe, which is the problem I've had with most of them because there's not enough give in the heel. So I'm feeling pretty darn happy with those, and I'm going to have to start wearing them in. As I was walking past the shops, I did another thing on my tick list of take care of myself. I went into Whitcoulls, which for the British is WH Smith. And you even get stuff with WH Smith stickers on them. And I got these. So this is a sketchbook. And some artist rubbers. They're squidgy like putty, and you can rub out specific things, and a set of pencils. Now, I am, before the end of the weekend, going to have given it a go. I have no idea what I'm going to try and draw first. I might just go on YouTube. That was my dad's suggestion. Thank you. I will. And see what I can find in the way of drawing lessons. My hope is that I can, instead of taking photos, alternative to taking photos and writing poetry is to draw places that I go. So that is what I did. And my final win for the day, I went to the pool. Now that's not a win, but when I went, there was a swim competition going on at the deep end. They kids swim competition, and there was a big crowd of people watching. The whole of the bottom end of the stands was full, and they were spilling over into the top end. The bulkhead was in the middle, so they're using the 25-metre deep end, and the 25-metre shallow end still open for the public. I propped my leg on my bag in the corner and got into the first lane. The one was right by poolside, and when I get in, sometimes I intend to do something and sometimes I've got no idea. Today it was just a case of, oh, I'll just swim and see. And I felt pretty good today. I haven't been swimming consistently for a while because I've been focusing on biking, but I can't ride the bike at the moment because the leg is no longer fitting. So I've decided to swim, and I swam for 3K. That's 100 lengths. And I just swam and swam and swam and swam and never stopped, and I just kept on swimming. Now, I wondered, but not for long, if any of the parents that were sitting at my end of the pool were like looking or anything like that, because there was lots of gaps between the swim races. But anyway, I never thought anything more of it. Swam up and down, got to 3K, thought, okay, I'll stop now. And I had stopped, and a woman who had been sitting watching because her grandson was racing, but only in 2 races, and there was lots of gaps and waiting and things, came over to tell me how amazing I was. Now, immediately I thought she was referring to the fact that I was swimming and I was disabled. And she asked me, did I come every day? And I said, oh, not quite every day, you know, but it's the one thing I can still do. I don't need 2 feet. And she went, and at that point, I realised she hadn't even noticed that I was disabled. She had been watching my swim, and she'd been watching the arm stroke, and she said that she couldn't believe how consistent I had been for that whole time. How the heck long have I been swimming? Because she's been there for at least an hour already. And I said, oh yeah, hour and 10, 3K. And she was like, wow. And I hadn't even noticed that I only had 1 foot. And I said, well, that's great, don't you think? So that was my last win for today. I got praised for my swimming, and they didn't even notice I was disabled. Win for me. So, if you're watching this, I'd love to hear what your mini wins are today, because it's always important to look at the small details to keep your tabs on the bigger picture. Have a lovely day. Say hi to the cat.